In this video, I'm going to review a hard split push style that I developed on Trundle. If you're only here for a short time and want to see a nuts game where the enemy team goes up 20 kills and I still win, fast forward to the second game. But in both games, I review in detail what I did and why, including builds. So I encourage you to stay, but if you only want to stay for a little bit, I encourage you to watch the second game. Enjoy. In these couple games, you're going to see I have terrible teams, but you don't need teams to win. This is single-player mode Trundle. We are hard splitting, and I win if you're in gold, if you're in platinum. Dude, if you're in bronze and silver, this is amazing. And it doesn't work on every champion. It only works on champions that can take towers extremely quickly, and you have to have a lot of practice at this playstyle. But this, I think, is going to be called single-player Trundle. So I'll show you what happens here. This match, my team gets pretty ahead at first, but then they throw it all away. But I don't get suckered into the throws that happen. You'll see. You'll see there are some major issues and throws that happen. But all I want to do is show you my macro here. What's going on? We're 7-0 here on the kill score. Well, let's fast forward. What's happening down here? My teammates are behind tower, and their champions respawn. We give a double kill over to Viego, right? All because what are we even doing? Like, what are we even doing down here? So I actually see this, and I think to myself, my teammates are going to continue to do this, right? See, I'm backing. I can't join this. I don't want to join this. Even if I was half HP, I wouldn't join this, because why? What's the point? See, look, we're getting collapsed on here. They overstay hard. Look at how thirsty these guys are. Meanwhile, I see traffic up here. Look at all this action happening here. As a split pusher, I want to be as far away from the action and objective as possible. We have rifts spawning. We have action top lane. We have Ezreal in the bot lane. So what I'm gonna do? Push mid. But it's finding these opportunities that's the difficult part, right? So that's just a little taste, you know. It wasn't a hard split, it wasn't anything, but we got plates. And we got pressure, and we denied enemy experience. So what am I doing here? I'm literally thinking to myself, okay, what lane can I want to be in a side lane. I'm like, okay, where do I go? Where do I go? I have people in the side lane, so the only option left is mid. Graves is taking over my lane. I'm just constantly looking for a side lane to pressure. So I'm still mid. I'm looking for an opportunity to split. So I see, what's my opportunity? Graves dies. Graves dies top lane to Fizz. I take the tower. In the meantime, he got 2v1'd. I'm like, all right, this is all right. This is okay. Look, Dragon is spawning here in about 30 seconds, right? So I want to be top lane and get this all shoved out. Right? You want to be the opposite side of where the objective is spawning and where you think traffic is going to be. So I take this tower while they're setting up for drag. And where's the enemy top laner? Where's the enemy top laner? Where's the enemy top laner? He's bot lane. They have full control of this. Graves gets it. Look, he's pushing down the mid lane. They cannot take this dragon without losing 2 turrets here because of the pressure. And it doesn't matter if Graves is pushing this. Like, you take turrets on Trundle so fast that it is worth to be on the other side of the map. If you have TP and you see an opportunity and you want to TP in, sure, if your team's winning. If your team's losing, I'd advise not to. I just continue to split and try to eventually get this inhibitor. So you'll see what happens with the inhibitor. The inhibitor is super important in the mid game for this style. For this hard split push backdoor style. What's going on the map? We're now 9-14. We have a tower dive coming out from my team. We have Fizz is super fed, so they get picked off. You have Viego coming in, and we have a 2-for-0 trade with him going down turbo inting. If you see the scores, he's kind of turbo inting at this point. He's died 3 times in a row. We have 3 and 5 Graves wanting to FF this, and at this point, if anyone says FF or if anyone's being negative, I just mute them and play my own game. I give them a chance, but I mute them and play my own game. This style does not work for every champion. You need to be able to take towers super fast, and you need to be able to push waves super fast. So as you can see, things look pretty even, except this is a big gulf in the top lane. See, look at this. I'll be eyeing this. These are the two things I'll be looking for. These are my two objectives, both of these towers. So I'm splitting bot lane because Baron is spawning in about 2 minutes. But when it's about 2 minutes out from drag, a minute 30, I'm going to start splitting top lane. See, look, hear this? See this? More throws. What are they fighting over? Right? They're just fighting to fight. See, look at how, if I was in this fight, I don't know if I'd be able to do anything. It's a 3v5, actually. 3v5 here because Ezreal isn't at the fight. So they're just throwing away the lead. You have to ignore it. You have to say, okay, I'm getting this tower. I'm in control of this game, right? Olaf is top. I'm getting another 550 gold, global gold on the map, and I'm pushing it in. So this is actually huge. Look at how many turrets we have. Look at how many turrets they have. They have 0. Super good map pressure, and this was all me, by the way. So I'm going to back and go top here because Dragon is the next big objective, and I want to be hammering it down here to try to get the inhibitor. Let's show where everyone is. This is everyone. Let's show where everyone on the map is pathing. Okay. Olaf has realized his mistakes and wants to hold me here. So we're going to see how that goes. I'm level 13. He's level 11. See, I've played my cards in such a way where he was grouping and I was perma-splitting. And I also have 5 kills. So that's good. He kind of inted me. So this scenario, I don't know if it will work out if I wasn't turbo fed. There could be an argument for grouping when you're this fed, but my team was just throwing, and I didn't want to arrive to fights late when 2 of my teammates were dead and throw my lead. So it's always more consistent to do what I'm doing here, unless it's pretty coordinated with your team. So here we go. We have a 4v4 here. We have a 1v1 here. This is what I want. This is what I want, because I can 1v1 Olaf. And I actually disrespectfully take this. Look how fast I take this turret. I take it in 1W. I disrespectfully take the turret, then I turn on him. I wait for the ignite to run out, and I just 1v1 him. So what are they doing here? They can't, I don't even care who gets the dragon. The enemy team got the dragon. My team lost the fight, but what did they lose? They lose a tower and an inhibitor. And they think I'm going to back off. Oh, they didn't even take dragon yet. Yeah, see, dude, no one can respond to this. If they're not backing for me, it's going to be a real problem for them. So they have an open base. Check this out. Check this out. Open base. Open base 21 minutes. Open base 21 minutes. I didn't use TP to go to this fight. I didn't need to. I 1v1 the Olaf, and I take their entire base because of how fast Trundle can take towers. If you're wondering what my build at this point is, I have Titanic Hydra. I completed Divine Sunderer first. You can actually go to Titanic Hydra first if you want. The tier is for the mana sustain. If you can, if to do this, you have to have mana to do it. I have to have mana to 1v1 the Olaf here. I had to have enough mana to cast W and Q spam off cooldown on all of these things for it to be effective. So the tier is just for my mana issues, and I'll upgrade that into Fimbulwinter eventually if the game goes that long. But you can go Titanic Hydra. In the next game I'll show you, I go Titanic Hydra into Hullbreaker, and that is a hard split build. That gets work done. That gets some real shit done, dude. Their whole base is gone because they want a dragon. And here, this is why I say this is good for low elo. Silver, gold, plat, and below. Their team is going to focus on dragon way too much. They're going to go nuts over it, especially here in the preseason where you have these Chemtech, these Hextech dragons. They're just going to allow this. If you can get into the top lane 1 minute and 30 seconds before this spawns and kind of be shady, not like push too fast, then when the dragon's about to spawn and they start fighting over it at about 45 seconds out, you can just hammer down this lane. So that's what I did. And here you want to have your trinket up because they have an open base, if you know what I mean. So they expect me to backdoor, but they don't expect me to backdoor so fast, right? You see this? They drop a ward right here. They have an open base. All I have to do is wait for them to get out. They're probably thinking, yo, dude, he's gonna backdoor us. We gotta be careful. We gotta make sure to be careful in the next 2 minutes. But They're not expecting the TP. And as you can see, everyone's out of base except Seraphine. And I just TP straight into their base. And there's nothing they could do. Even with my team turbo throwing. I know the kill score looks pretty even, but you'll see in the next game, it's not going to look like this. Okay, so we're back in the next game. And in this game, you're going to see me die a lot. Last game, I was really ahead. This game, I'm actually behind the top laner. This is an example of Trundle's level 1. This is a set, by the way. Set with lethal tempo. Look what I do to this guy. Just too easy, right? Starts off well. I'm trying to build a slow push. I'm thinking, what is this idiot doing? Why is he fighting me in this minion wave? And I try to all in him, of course. And I die to Vi. Keeping back to lane here, I take another fight with Set because I think I'm stronger, and I die. And now I am, I think, a full level down. So, and it's not just me. The rest of my team is also kind of running it at this point. We're down 4 kills so far, and if we fast forward here, now we're down 5 kills. Now we're down. It's just snowballing. At this point, I'm starting to mute people that start complaining. They won't have anything good to say after they start flaming in chat. It just doesn't happen. We have Set level 9. We have me level 7. I'm 2 levels behind this guy. So we actually participate in something here because it was set up well. So we have vision of this. We roam first before Set to get stuff done. And we have Skarner and me. We're focusing the Vi. Don't get to take her down, but we have the numbers advantage. And I pick up the Eye of the Herald. I'm thinking if Set makes so much as one mistake, one bad back, I don't even have to kill him. If I could just push him out of lane or stay in lane so long that he has to back, then I'm going to take his tower in one go. All 5 plates. Don't believe me? So I'm literally thinking to myself, just make one mistake, man. Just back, just TP somewhere. I'm thinking, like, if this guy tries to help his team in any capacity, I'm not following it, and I'm taking the entire turret. So, as you can see here, he does something really dumb. And it was as I was thinking to myself, yo, please make a mistake. Please do something dumb here. So he goes for the plate, the free plate. I get some damage onto him, pillar him. He takes a couple turret shots. I chase him down. And there's no way he 1v1s me here because he took so much damage. And I flash after him like an idiot, even though he has tier 1 boots. I checked his items after this. He runs faster than I do. So it's just whatever. But he has to back. That's what I was looking for. That's the one tiny little mistake that I'm looking for here. So I wait for the Herald pop because the Herald does true damage to towers, right? So it's squishier the higher HP it is. So I get it down to about half, and then I pop the Herald as I'm autoing it. And right now, it's in Herald crash range. So that is a full turret take. That's a full turret take. That's gigantic. That's huge. I'm ahead of this guy now. That was 5 plates. 5 plates. Plus first turret. And how many kills am I down? I'm down. I am 1-3, boys. Boys, I am 1-3. It's not like last game where I'm 3-0. I'm 1-3 and my team's feeding. All right, let's switch this to all. We're gonna see everyone. I am 1-3 at this point, and I TP back in because the dragon is up. Disclaimer, if your team is winning, you want to path to dragon here instead of TPing top. And I'm like, I could split down this. And right now, I'm just being kind of benign. Thinking to myself, this set might make another mistake here. So I just push out, see what happens, because the enemy team is obviously on dragon, so I'm free to push. So we have a fight breaking out, 4v4. 4v4 so far. Set TPs with a wave crashing in. This is platinum, guys. This is plat. No, I'm not following that TP. Dragon's already taken. This is useless. What did he TP for? He gets nothing. Their team spam pinging the hell out of the tower. They're like, Set, what are you doing, man? You're screwing us over, brother. All Set had to do was sit here in this lane. I actually don't get to take this full turret, I think. Actually? Yeah. Yeah, he comes and defends. It's okay. So what are we doing mid? All you want your team to be doing here is just like defending these mid towers. And look at the towers. So we are down a phenomenal amount of kills. 8 kills here at 15 minutes. This was a FF15 game, but look at the towers. We have 1 tower. They don't have any. So, I mean, it's pretty even, really, when you look at the towers. So I actually don't see this here. I don't see that they're looking for a dive on me, but the only reason I'm backing is because, like, I have some gold to spend. I want my tabbies. I want to start going bot lane because the next objective is Herald. I end up going top because there's a big wave. So there's a wave of experience here that I want to catch. I do not see these two. I do not see these two. But I did see this. I saw this on the map. And I saw her path up. So this is when I get a little scared. I actually ping my team here. If you see assist pings come out, I ward over this wall, and that's when I catch Vi. That's where I see her on the minimap. I see Vi, and I start pinging. I start pinging for help. Again, I'm 1 in 3. Taric ult. I ult set for the MR, magic resist, and HP. Vi tanks the tower. Take her out. They unfortunately take me down, but my team is now responding, so it's a 1v... It's a 1 for 3, so that was a throw by them. That was a big throw. I really liked that. That gets our team back in the game. Huge. Huge throw. And here I come. I am taking over this lane. I see that Herald is spawning. I basically tell Corki to fuck off, and I start splitting bot. See how fast I take this tower? Look how fast that is. Amazing. Let's turn off this perspective here. Only see what I can see. So yeah, I expect them all to be on Herald right now, but I see that the dragon's spawning, so I'm really not sure. I saw set up here. I get caught out. I have to flash away, ult her, and me and Corki turn on her. And she gets, MF gets spam pinged by Vi. Not sure what she could have done there, but right here, I'm like, I see this huge wave top. I see our team probably has this taken care of, right? But let's see where the enemy team is. Look at Set. He's not catching this fat wave. He is TDMing at the drag. He thinks he has to go for the drag. I'm just waiting for him to show. I don't want to waste my TP yet. I'm waiting for him to show here, but I have a feeling since he's done it before, I'm taking red. I'm waiting for something to show here that there's a fight. For there to be a good possibility that Set is down there, and as soon as I see Set on the map, I TP. And I go for this. I don't TP into the fight. I forsake them. Our team actually gets the drag, too. So I really didn't have to be there. And look, they can't push or do anything because they have a troll in their base. They have an ice troll just banging down their base. So I die for this inhib. I die for it because I know how to use it. This inhib take means that this lane is going to auto pressure unless there's an enemy champion in here. So it's like having an extra champion on your team. Okay? This is really important. These super minions make it so that you have 6 champions on your team if you split bot. Look, it's perfect too because Dragon's not spawning. So I have Baron coming up. Baron's up. I don't have a dragon, so what do? It's obvious. I split bot. And this lane is auto pushing. If I have 4 mid, which they most likely will, if your team wants to TDM, right? They've been TDMing all game. So I have 4 mid. I have super minions, which acts as a champion because this will push 100% of the time. I have this pressure. I have this pressure. It makes this so much more effective. So this inhib is huge. Okay. So we finally have our no mythic. I went Titanic Hydra into Hullbreaker with a tier on the side for the mana. So I'm not trying to fight anyone. I have a Sheen to take towers. My next item will be Divine Sunderer here, but this for the wave clear, this for the tower taking. I don't I'm not trying to fight with my team. If my team was doing well, maybe. If my team was doing well, then maybe I would have gotten a Divine Sunderer instead of Hullbreaker. But I'm looking at the map. I'm seeing the work that I'm doing, and I'm like, I'm going to keep doing this until someone responds. I see her. She pops up on the map. I'm thinking, all right, they might collapse on me here. So I back off. I don't keep going. I back off because me dying here would be disastrous. See, look, we have this super minions pushing into the base. And we have like approximately 3, maybe even more. Let's see this. 2. We have 2 bot lane defending mid. No one's defending top. No one's defending top. But here, I have TP here. But I'm not going to go for this TP because it's too obvious. No one's on an objective. No one's fighting. So they're all looking at their mini maps right now. You have to think about what the enemy team is doing. This is a bad TP at the moment because they're all paying attention. There's no big fight breaking out right now. You want to TP, if you're hard split pushing and not TPing to a fight, but TPing to a side lane, like I did to take these towers, you want there to be a fight breaking out at the other side of the map so they're not paying attention. It's the same situation. We have these supers pushing. It's going to auto push. Someone has to cover it, and it's like I'm pinching into their base. Like they don't have enough manpower to deal with a 4 mid, 1 and basically 1 here. They don't have the manpower to deal with it. So we have pings coming out from the enemy to do Baron. We're staying in a static position. We don't have to move at all. This is the perfect position for us. We see that the dragon is spawning. The dragon's spawning. And you know how these players go nuts over dragon, right? They go absolutely bonkers. They have 2, so they want it. They are salivating over this dragon right now. So my team, pings come out. Their team is getting in position. Look, they're all coordinated. They're all coming up here. Meanwhile, super minions are pushing. Super minions are pushing here. All 5 of them are here. All 5. They cannot contest this. They cannot contest this if I know what I'm doing. See this? This is the perfect time to TP. Flash my mastery symbol, of course, because they're all fighting over this super valuable objective. They all think it's so valuable, right? Look, my team, I don't care. I'm going to leave them in a 4v5. Why? Because I could take their entire base. Do you think these guys are really paying attention? I took the inhibitor. All that's left is their base. So I actually TP out of there and in here. And look at the kill score, dude. Look at this. This is... You would think this was an unwinnable game, right? It's 24 minutes. And look, no one's reacting. No one's reacting. Hey, we have Set realizing it. My teammates stop him. That was the team diff there. My teammates were able to stop Set from porting. To be fair, I did ping here. Let's see what happened. Let's see who did it. Let's see who did it. The dragon did it! It wasn't even my team. Holy moly. It knocks him out of the port. Holy shit. So he tries the port. He sees it. Now it's too late. Now I have free access. I did this in back-to-back games, by the way. This is a consistent way to do this, if you know how to do it. See this? And they're still fighting, still fighting, still fighting. Still fighting, still fighting, and the game's over. The game's over with the enemy total kills at 23 and my team's total kills at 9. That's how powerful this can be in low elo. You saw those minions pushing into base the first time and Lux was back to defend. You don't want to TP there. I thought to myself, when dragon spawns, that's when I TP. You have to be thinking about like 5 minutes out, like what objectives are spawning, how is the enemy team going to react to it. You have to be strategizing with this strategy. But as you can see, my team was running it down. My team was completely running it down. Look at this kill score. Again, 9, 23, 10. We win at 25 minutes. We didn't even like cheesy outscale. We legit just split to win. You have to play it perfectly, but you can win like this. You can win consistently like this. And the build with Trundle is very flexible. Very flexible. I chose to go. You kind of have to get into the nuts and bolts of the champion to play like this. But I realized my team was hard throwing, and I was going to need wave clear because Trundle lacks in wave clear. So Titanic Hydra first, and then Hull Breaker for that extra damage to turrets and structures. And it also makes you kind of tankier in the side lane. If you're never going to group, if you've decided never to group, then Hullbreaker's your best option. Best part about Hullbreaker, you can ping that you're hunting alone. And people will actually respect it rather than saying, let me split. You ping Hullbreaker, and they're like, oh, he's committed to splitting. So it's kind of a cool item in that sense. But anyway, I hope you've learned something about this style. And if you're in low elo, this could anything below Diamond 2, this works. This works. You can run lethal tempo. I like lethal tempo now. But yeah, as you can see, I wasn't even that fed. I had the most gold, but look at my score. Who would have known, right? Anyway, like I said, I hope you learned something from this. And if you liked the video, please drop a like, comment, and subscribe if you want to see more. It's been great talking to you and review these games, and I wish you good luck on the Rift.